Today we have this 1950 Smith Corona Sterling vintage portable typewriter. I'm going to show you how to use the functions and make sure they all work. Has a paper support tray that flips up from the back, and these are your margins where you will stop on each side. This is your margin on the right. And you hear that bell when you get to the end. We're going to set them at the beginning and the end of the platen. The platen is this main roller that the paper feeds into. And there is a paper guide right here that you can adjust. And I just line it up with the end of the platen. And it will guide the paper in straight like that. And these two are rollers that hold the paper down on the paper bale. Once you hear the bell, you're at the end of the margin. You hit this line space, gets you back to the beginning. It skips 1, 2, or 3. Right now we have it on single, but if you want double, you just flip this switch back, and when you hit the line space, it'll skip 2, 1 more, and it skips 3. We're going to keep it on single and finish typing. As you can see, all the keys type nice and none of them skip or stick. I'll type a sentence in red on the next line. To switch from black to red, you just flip the switch all the way down, and there's a red dot to let you know that you're on red. Very nice typing machine. This is one of my favorites, the Smith Corona Sterling. I like the model too. It looks really classic, Prince classic. Made in America, has all the best parts. It's really top of the line engineering for this time. It's got all metal, no plastic on this thing at all, except for the keys. To pull the paper out easy, you just flip this switch forward, and it unlocks the rollers underneath the platen, allowing you to pull the paper out easy or load thicker paper like carbon copy or cardstock or multiple pages. Make sure you flip that back before you load the next page, or else it will not load correctly. Put that down, and we got a shift on each side and a shift lock on the left. To clear that, you just hit the shift button again. Backspace on the top left here. That works good. We got a tab function. To set the tabs, you just flip this panel back on the back, and there's these little inserts. And they just put them anywhere on this bar here, and that's where you will stop on when you hit the tab. And as you can see, it stops at each one of those tabs. That works good. I'll show you from the front. You just have at the beginning of the margin, you hit the tab and you stop at each one of those. Works great. Open the hood. You got your spools and your touch control. With the spools, all the brand new ribbon is loaded here on the left side, so it's pulling to the right. And if you want to switch direction, there's a little switch up above the backspace, and you just flip it into the up direction, and it'll pull to the left. Like shown here, it just pulls to that side. We're going to keep it pulling to the right, and if you get to the end of the ribbon, you can jam up your vibrator. This is your vibrator that goes up and down. If that jams up, it kind of feels like your typewriter is malfunctioning. You just need to change the direction or change the ribbon. And this is your touch control. The farther left you go with it, the more tension when you hit the keys, and the farther right, less tension. I like it on low so you don't have to hit the keys as hard. When you get to the end of the margin, there is a locking mechanism, so you can't type past it. And there's an MR button, margin release. So you hit that margin release, and it'll allow you to type past that margin. We have a carriage lock here on the right side, and if you lift it up while you move the carriage to the middle, it'll lock for when you have it in the case, so it's not bouncing around in the case. And to unlock it, you just push the carriage to the right, and you got a carriage release on each side here that allows you to control the carriage. This is the one on this left side here, and that's about it. Now available on eBay or Etsy. Search Brooksaw Antiques.